how to steal, hatch and raise a Magmasaur. Ladies and gentlemen, or just gentlemen, I've been making quick guides for the dinos of Ark. So far, I have about 50 videos up, all of quick guides, to help you when taming, stealing, breeding. If that kind of stuff interests you, consider subscribing and be sure to check those videos out. But anyway, let's get into the video. There's more than one entrance to the volcano, but the one I'm going to show you is on the north side of it. Now the volcano on Genesis can erupt. It always seems to be making a noise and bubbling, but if you're outside you can normally tell if it's erupting because there'll be rocks flying everywhere and it will also be pretty loud. If you're inside the volcano and it's going to erupt, it will give you a warning and you need to get out of there as fast as you can. The GPS coordinates of the entrance I'm going to show you is 19.4, 77.9. When in the volcanic biome, I recommend wearing ghillie. This will help to prevent you from taking damage from the heat. And the way I'm going to show you how to do this is on a bloodstalker. So when you first get to the cave, keep going straight. There shouldn't be anything too dangerous at this point. And as soon as you can, you need to turn right and drop down. If you look directly below you, you'll see a little purple cave and you need to head into that. Again, in this part there's not normally anything too bad. You can just take your time through it. Pretty soon you'll come to a bit which looks like a dead end. You then need to turn right and almost go back on yourself. And this is what you need to start using your bloodstalker. As soon as you start seeing the lava, you need to start being careful as there'll be Magmasaurs around here as well as other things. You'll see the purple beyond the lava and that's where you need to keep heading to. So it's best to start swinging on your bloodstalker and staying off the ground as much as you can. Keep swinging through there and pretty soon you'll come out into the main chamber of the volcano. As soon as I get into the volcano, I always try and aim for this big bridge in the middle. I find this is usually the safest place to be, there's not much on it normally. So below you are all the Magmasaurs and all their eggs. You'll see here why I recommend using a bloodstalker, as on most things on Genesis you can't use flyers. So with your bloodstalker you can just hang above and scope out what you need to do. In the lava is large rocks, and on these rocks is where the eggs normally spawn. Further into the volcano there's also a couple more spawns, although these are smaller, so I find it's normally easier getting it in the first larger spawn. It's important to take your time with this bit. I mean, sometimes you'll get really lucky and you'll find an egg on its own, but most of the time these guys will all be scattered about and it can be really difficult. So just swoop round and dangle down and just have a look around and see what was the easiest egg to get. This isn't like stealing wyvern eggs where you just have all the time in the world to choose your egg, take it, and then you just got to fly away a little bit. If you get caught in a couple of these guys, you will be killed really quick. It can often be difficult to see when they've aggroed on you in the lava, so if you're on a bloodstalker, be careful not to hang too low, because these guys can shoot their fireballs pretty far. Once you found the egg you want to try and get, drop down on your bloodstalker, try and land on the rock, because if not you'll get damaged whilst in the lava. As soon as you land, jump off your bloodstalker, grab the egg, and then get back on your bloodstalker and get out of there as quick as you can. It isn't always this easy, there's often a lot more Magmasaurs in there and they're often a lot more spread out, so it's harder to get them. Remember, if you want, you can always use a friend to try and lure the Magmasaurs to one other side of the lava. Once you've got your egg, the easiest way to get out is to get on that bridge as long as there's nothing on it and teleport out. Once you're safely home, it's time to hatch your egg. As you can imagine, these guys need a lot of heat to hatch. In normal conditions, you need about 15 air conditioners. Once your egg's incubating, it's time to get the food for the Magmasaurs. Because of course they don't just eat normal food. So I'd recommend bringing yourself a full hazard suit, as we need to go to the lunar biome. This won't protect you completely, but in certain parts it will help a lot. We don't need to be there long, but I'll definitely bring medical brews if you have them, or blood packs like I did. As soon as you get into the lunar biome, you want to start hitting these normal rocks, the green in them. Use your pickaxe, and what you're looking for is ambergris. Get as much as you can without dying. I usually let myself get to about third health, depending on how quickly it's going down, and then teleport out. Ambergris will spoil in just an hour in your inventory. However, if you put it in a fridge, it will last you a day. Once your Magmasaurs spawned, claim imprint on them. I kind of scattered out at this point because before I did this video, I got triplets, as you can see over there. And I thought, wow, I should have recorded that, that'd have been good. And then I recorded it and got triplets again, so I don't know what the odds are of that. But anyway, once you've claimed imprint on them, put an ambergris in them, they won't be able to hold much to start with. Remember to do your imprints on the Magmasaurs to make them as good as you can. They can ask for 3 different types of imprints. The first is just a basic cuddle. The second is to be hand-fed ambergris. This is the same as any other comfort-fed imprint. Simply put a bit of ambergris in the last slot of your hotbar, walk up to your Magmasaur and feed it. The final thing they'll ask for is a walk. Remember, these guys get really big, so you're going to want to do this outside. Remember to keep them topped up with food so they don't starve to death. Providing on how much ambergris you got in the lunar biome, you might have to go back once you've healed your health up. Unless you're on a massively boosted server, after a very long time, your Magmasaur will raise. Once they're raised, you can feed them using stone, but if you want to use the Searing Spit, which is their huge flame ball, you're going to need metal ingots, and it uses 1 metal ingot per flame ball. The length the Searing Spit takes to charge up will depend on the environment you're in. For example, if it's raining, it won't work at all. If you're in somewhere cold like the snow biome, it either won't work at all or it will take a very long time to charge up each Searing Spit. If you're somewhere very hot, like where they come from, it will work very fast. This is a popular technique of raiding, although it is banned on some servers, as it can damage metal, and it's very easy to raid like this if you get in the right position. It's also worth noting that these are the single best dino in the game for harvesting metal, even better than the Yankee. To finish off, I'm just going to show you a quick tip that most people don't know about. If you want to breed Magmasaurs, they have to get bunky in lava. Now just the thought of this makes most people think, nah, I'm not even going to bother trying to do that. However, if you have yourself 2 fire wyverns with at least average stamina, you can enable mating on both your Magmasaurs and then just keep flaming them. As soon as one wyvern runs out of stamina, switch to your other wyvern and keep on flaming it. You have to either be quick with this or have a wyvern with extremely good stamina. But as long as you can keep this up, it will act as if they're in lava and your Magmasaurs will breed. Ta-da! This has been how to steal, hatch and raise Magmasaur eggs. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.